Hey guys! Hello, hello! How are you guys? Hello, Dark Shadow. Hello, Dara. Hello, Eleonora. Happy Friday! Hope you guys are doing really well. Yeah. My gosh, I just had like a huge coughing fit. Sorry about that. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. Did anyone get up to anything interesting? I hope so. I hope so. I did not. Although we did have a very cool did have a very good session. D&D session last week, so oh no, don't die coughing. Thank you, Dark Shadow. Appreciate it. I'll try not to. I'll try not to. Hi Waffles. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's had a wonderful week. Gosh, this is so loud in my ears. This always happens to me. Let me turn down the music. It's such wonderful lo-fi, but it gets so noisy sometimes. I will tell you what though, I have been quite busy. Let me show you my works in progress this week. Let me show you what I've been working on. Let me show you what I've been working on, because I've been busy behind the scenes. It's Senno. I've been working on a new paper doll for her. Doing some little outfit designs. This is actually one of her older ones that I've been translating them all over to her new little paper doll. Dara. But I'll show you the most exciting one. So this is a very basic outfit. We have of course, I can't take off her clothes too quickly, otherwise I'll get demonetized. But here's her like classic outfit. She's missing her red gloves. She's supposed to have longer boots than this. I've not put them in yet. You know, there's her classic outfit. I also have, let me put some shorts on her. Pop some little shorts on. And some little tights. It's just so cute. I love to dress her. I also have Bran's little circus outfit. Brannigan's circus outfit. She's stolen it. She's stolen it from his wardrobe. It's hers now. Now she's wearing it. Which is so cute. But the most exciting, well, let me put up her new hair. She got new hair. Let me zoom in. She's got these lovely little pearls in her hair from the Pearl of Power that she's got. And she also got some birthday gifts that she's put in her hair. And she's got little braids. It's so cute. She looks so cute. Senno our girly. But the most exciting one. Just bear with me here for a second. I need to switch some things out. Boom, 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 boom. Take all this off. Ah! Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Look, we are fancy clothes. Yes. We have booked a box seat for an opera for an event where we're looking for some people at this opera. It's like a fancy opera that's being used as a cover for this Black Glove Society, and the theme, the dress code, is floral. So this is the outfit that she's going to wear to the opera. She's probably just gonna have her hair up. She's not gonna have the braids. But she's also got these little fang necklaces. And these are a gift from Bran for her birthday. So cute, so cute. And she looks so pretty. I love it. She's never worn heels before. She's going to have to learn. But yeah, that is what I have been looking. That's what I've been working on. Her opera outfit. She's got like a chiller version as well. Oh. I finally started making something, so I wanted to animate this Japanese song I liked. With the knowledge I have of the kanas, I halfway putting in the lyrics realized they were wrong. Oh dear. Well, work is... sometimes shit like that happens. You have to put in a bit more work, Waffles, but that sounds really cool. Fancy clothes! Red looks so good on her. Fancy outfits placed on flowers. I know all about that. Tell me more. Oh, red does look so good on her. I love putting her in red and yellow. But yeah, this is my... And of course... Peep Frumos. Little Frumos on her finger. I love her. I love them so much. My babies. But anyway, this is not what we're doing today. I just wanted to show you guys her little outfits that I've been working on because I love them. I think they're so pretty. She looks so pretty. That's my girl. I love her. But what we're actually working on is, of course, every D&D character that I've ever played, even if it was just for one session. And last week we finished off my little girly, my little baby. We're looking at Senna Mirren a lot this week. This is Senna's week. It was her birthday. We have to appreciate her. Here she is. And she looks so good. I'm really happy with how this one came out. She needs her magic, of course, but we'll do that at the end. But who we are doing today? Dove. Little Dove. So cute, so wonderful, so whimsical. This is her art fight. For those who have not seen her before. She's so cute. Harengon, yes! My bunny monk, Harengon Dove. They were a drunken monk, swashbuckler rogue, multi-class. Opportunity attacks, never heard of her. Cannot be opportunity attacked. Dove is too powerful for that. Gosh, just love them. So yeah, let me... don't know. I feel like I had a lot to say just then. So how are you guys? What have you guys been up to this week? Tell me about your sessions. I know Eleonora had their finale on Valentine's Day. And how was your Valentine's Day? If you did anything fun. I had a takeaway, some Nepalese food with Uncle Lalarola, and it was so good, but we ordered way too much. I was so full. Dove has such a neat design. Thank you. I really like them. I think they're so cool. Honestly, miss them. Really want to bring her back. She's so cool. Just so fun to play. Just so fun to play. She had them. Just played her for one shot in like a super far away land, and in the last campaign, occasionally we would have weeks where certain people couldn't make it and whatever, but we still wanted to play. So on those weeks we kind of took turns DMing. even if we hadn't ever DM'd before. And this was the session of someone who I believe had never DM'd before that session. And I felt so bad for them because Dove was such a chaos junkie. But also the other players were crazy. There was this dead man. He was literally just a desiccated corpse. He was a bard. He dressed in clown gear, just like Dove. Dressed like a clown. And he was from like the dawn of time, and every other person he spoke to, he told to themselves. It was so terrible. It was just kind of like he was very like doom and gloom. It wasn't like a mean thing. It was more of like a spare yourself from doomsday sort of thing. But it definitely, he was a bit of a downer. He had a handler called Wendy, I think was her name, and she was crazy. She was like, I don't know, she was like a personal assistant kind of vibe. She was like taking notes of everything he said sort of thing. It was at one point Dove picked up this old desiccated corpse man and threw him into a bike rack. It was great. And then we fought a Marilith, I believe, and the Marilith like did not get a turn because Dove stunning struck her 3 times in a row. Just stunning strike, and just completely stun locked her. And Dove did some beefy damage with her golden rapier, which she's holding in this image. The sword that she uses for the circus act, which is sword swallowing. And you know, because it's a finesse weapon, it's her monk weapon, it also gets sneak attack. Also, like, an advantage on every hit, was doing massive amounts of damage on sneak attack. But also, Dove does have a bit of an issue with blood, and so she was like trying not to vomit the whole time. She's really fun. Love. Boy, did we have a finale, says Eleonora. Tell me. I must know. It's crazy. How does this all end for Era? I'm gonna miss hearing about her whole thing. I didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. Yeah, fair enough. My Soulknight Frog and his party returned to Waterdeep after defeating the Circle of the Spores Druid. We put our old friend Druid under the care of a druid in town. We barely made it in time to save her. Oh my gosh. So many druids. So many druids. Too many druids to keep track of, Dara. Why are there so many? We finished the lab dungeon and oh my god, Reese nearly died. Love. Love it. Oh, my poor boy. Not Reese. Anyone but Reese. It kind of feels on brand for him though, to be fair. I hate to say it, but listen. I love dealing broken damage. It's so very fun. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Playing Paladin, playing dual wielding Paladin last campaign. I talk about this all the time, but the setup of feats, the Vow of Enmity, the dual wielding Paladin, elven accuracy for like extra advantage, always having advantage basically all the time. Oh my god, Zafo was doing so much damage and he would crit all the time. It was crazy. I think the final session that we had, he had a weapon and he got another feat that basically it brought down his the threshold for him to crit to 18, and he basically always had advantage, so he was just critting like ugh. But that was only for like 5 minutes at the end of the finale, so you know, it was alright. It wasn't that broken the whole way through. It was pretty broken. Don't worry, me and Elia's player aren't giving them up that easily. Yes! I'm sure there'll be plenty more art of them. But I do want to hear about Era's fate. Ugh. It's so sad when a campaign ends. It feels like there's never like a good way, I don't know, of ending it. Even at the most satisfying ending, it's just like, it's just not enough. Just want to keep playing them. Because in the finale of our last campaign, we all had a moment where we basically wrote our characters' epilogues in real time, and like, what did they get up to after being thrown out of the Empire, and becoming basically, I don't know, just like criminals and enemies of the Empire. And you know, got to tell their stories. We have a one-shot coming up where we get to play out the wedding of two characters, so it's very sweet, but it's also like, I don't think there was any way of making it as satisfying as it could have been. It's just, love them so much. How could it just end? It's always just so sad. It's nice for them to get a happy ending, but it's also just so sad. My rogue, not feeling too good with taking part in illegal fights, was left with the money to bet on two others of the party that fought under the glorious name Serpent Strawberries. Amazing. Yeah, I love a bit of illegal fighting. I love committing crimes in D&D. I don't know about you guys. I've last campaign we hardly did any crimes. We were such good people. This campaign, literally, next session, we're heisting a bank. We're breaking into the bank. And it's still Senna's birthday, which feels very on brand for her. Conducting a heist on her birthday. As long as nothing goes terribly, terribly, awfully wrong, it'll turn out to be the best birthday ever. And I'll share more about that session, about Senna's birthday in a bit, because oh my gosh, what a session! So much happened. We battled these two giant leech worm dragon things. Reese shot one in the head and dealt the most damage out of all the players. Hell yeah! Love to see it. Reese is a rogue, right? God, rogues do crazy. Rogues are cracked. I think rogues and paladins have such high damage output. They just have like one hit that's like incredible. Especially if you do the method of crit where you like double everything. So good. He is, yay! Oh my gosh. Rogue early level is like so beef. And it does scale, but I don't know, when you get to a point and you scale and you have like loads and loads of sneak attack damage, you look over and the wizard is like shifting planes of existence and stuff, and you're like, oh hell yeah. I do love Rogue. It's really cool. Just like Dove. Galley Pop. Oh my gosh, so cute. I really love Dove's outfit. I'll never get over it. I just love the colors. I love this very like strawberries and cream vibe going on. This like creamy color and the bright red. Ooh, I just love this red. I think that's why I keep putting it on Senna. Like this specific red. I want to say our session got clocked at about 9 hours. So much happening. Oh my god. But that is it. For a finale session. Hell yeah. I would love such a long session. It must be so tiring though. The Rogue gameplay has never stolen anything since the incident that left him with the crystal arm. Love! I mean, subversion of expectations, actually. That's really fun. From a Rogue. You know, you want your wizard to be committing crimes and the Rogue to be really nice and normal. Or the paladin or the cleric, you know. Switch around the expectations, the stereotypes. Not all rogues have to steal. You know, especially if they got cursed or their arm got crystallified the last time they did it. Yes, I got hit down to 1 HP from said worms. Oh. Poor thing. Poor Reese. I'll say it again though. Kind of on brand for him though. Gotta give Dove the little pink nose. Oh my gosh, so cute already. The pink on the inside of the ears. Oh my gosh. I forgot how cute. I forgot how cute they are. So cute. I just love them. That's what I really enjoy about one-shot sessions is that I can kind of go a little bit like wacky with my character design, where I can just kind of make a cool character just for the sake of making a cool looking character, and not put too much thought into the story behind it, which I do love to put thought into the story behind it. That's why Senna, Mirian and Sapphire are sort of some of my most iconic designs. But you know, I think Talia sticks out, and Dove and Nerev. Like, I had a lot of fun with those. It's just fun. Just love to design a character, I think. Yes, it's very on brand for him having 7 HP. He's just a baby. He's just a baby. He's got 7 HP. So baby of him. So stinky man. Okay. I plan on getting the Cloak of Elvenkind so he'll stay invisible. In theory, if I got guidance from our bard, nat 20 and max on every bonus dice. At level 6 I can have a maximum of 40 in stealth. Your rogue is just never seen again. Just whoopsie. Love it. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. Watch the paladin though, get like a nat one. Just ruin everything. He was never really there. Yeah, everyone just forgets him. Like, was there a guy there at some point? I don't remember. I don't think there's ever been anyone there. Or oh, didn't you hear? They've been dead for 7 years. I love that poll. Oh, I love Dove's little baby bangs. They're so cute. I remember drawing them on stream and I was like, why have I done this? They're just so cute. They've actually got quite a lot of art for fan art, for Art Fight last year, which is really fun, really cute. They weren't really one that I was expecting to get a lot of love on Art Fight, but they really did, which is really nice. Our next session is just a chill one. Our group are just hanging out and enjoying the crappy little town before we leave. Yes! I love those sessions. Those sessions are always my favorite, just like the really roleplay heavy ones where the party's just hanging out. Obviously the adventure is fun and like dungeon delving and all of that. It's all like a lot of fun. But I love the slice of life stuff so much. So much. I think that's why last session, the session that we just had, it might be one of my favorites because it was very focused on Senna's birthday and just celebrating her birthday. The party did like a little rage room for her, like a little homemade rage room. She's having a rough time. And it's just so cute. It's so cute. And they gave her like little gifts and stuff. Oh my gosh. It's just so cute. We have to put our buddy missing his heart in a force cage so the Bright isn't drawing extra power from him like a battery. Sorry dear, we'll help you better later. Oh my god. That's such a terrible place for him to end. Oh my gosh. That can't be where the finale left. Champion Giddy got some revelations as well. Turns out our rogue/cleric got some hag heritage showing up with her slipping out some unhinged sentences. Good insight roll, calmed my character down. Oh, it's so fun. Does your champion Kitty have issues with hags? I always love that. I love when the other characters really like bring out the trauma. Hello Lyra, the axolotl. Hello, your drawing looks pretty. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. We're currently just talking about D&D, our little D&D sessions. So a lot of people had their sessions this week, and I'm currently drawing every single character that I've ever played, even if it's just one session, and focusing on my girl Dove. Very, very cute. Very lovely. I love. One of the Bright's big attacks is launching spear-sized crystal shards into us, which then when a follow-up attack would split light beams and create a chain reaction of radiant damage. Oh, I'm still going. We'll come back to Teo later. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is good. This is great. I'm really excited. Really excited to hear about this whole finale. The way you tell it as well, Leonora, is always so funny. Get this. Get a little eyelashes in. I think, what else can I say about Dove? Dove is a vegan, which, you know, she's a little bunny rabbit, complete vegan. She grew up in the Feywild as part of a traveling circus with all of her bunny family, the Harengon family, her parents, their siblings. I think she has like 9 siblings. Very on brand, you know, for bunny rabbits. And all of her and her siblings, they all have bird-themed names. So like she's Dove. There's a robin, a starling, pigeon. All of that. Hawk. You know, I never actually gave all of them names. Never actually gave all of them names. I've never decided on which birds they should all be. I just know they're all named after birds. And obviously Dove is Dove. I think the only sibling that they mentioned was Robin. Which is classic. Your little baby bangs. Yes. I love her. So cute. I love that she's a little like speckled rabbit as well. I really love Harengon. I really love the Fey races just in general. I just want to hang out in the Feywild so much. Recently we went to, in-game, we went to a little bar, like a speakeasy, that was run by an Eladrin, and it was a very Fey-focused bar. So there were loads of Harengon there was some redcaps and little toady mushroom guys, and there was like a tiny bar. There was like a tiny bar on a shelf that had like a load of pixies. It was like a bar within a bar, and there's like a bunch of pixies on the shelf hanging out. It's just so cute, and the cocktails were all like Fae themed and everything. It was so good. And actually the drinks sold at this bar were actually the drinks, the like menu for the In and Out, which is Nerev's bar and brothel from all the way across the world, because his twin sister Nelly was played by the DM of this campaign. So it's so cute. Just a little callback. Just a little callback. It's so cute. Love the In and Out. Classic. Gosh, Waffles is back, yippee! Pugar was, or still is, a Colo fighter, Pathfinder's version of a Gnoll, and in their culture it is disrespectful and wasteful to leave defeated combatants to rot, so they eat the corpses. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. That's very, that's giving very Bosmer from Elder Scrolls, or the elves from Divinity, Original Sin. Love. I think it's so cool. I love when elves just eat people. I love some cannibalism. I think it's great. I love when elves get to be weird. I feel like elves are always so made so graceful and nice, but I think they should be weird and lanky, and that's why I redesigned them. I redesigned them to look a bit more like birds, or like trees in our homebrew world, but I've not really translated it across fully, mostly because my boy Zafir is an elf and I'm so used to drawing him like a regular guy that I can't bring myself to start drawing him a different way. How is everyone? Says Waffles. I'm good, Waffles. How are you? And how is everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. Yes, I am happy you love the child's design. My friend commissioned me for it. It's so cute. Ah! So very, very cute, Dark Shadow. It's so very, very cute. I love her. I love how brightly colored and like pure white she is, especially compared to Reese being like an angry, dingy, dirty man. He's so grumpy. It's really hit the nail on the head of like the reluctant dad trope, and I love it. It's one of my favorite tropes in fiction. Look at those shiny little albino eyes. They're so cute. The little pink one, pink rabbit eyes. Give the aww. Obviously, as our final boss hits like a truck. Also, I forgot to mention, most of us are super blind during this because, well, this thing is made of light. Oh my god. Oh yeah, you're like fighting the sun. I forgot you were fighting the sun, Eleanor. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Eleanor's campaign with finale is that they were fighting the sun. The last phase is when things really start going to shit. The bright splits into 4 separate things: mercy, judgment, despair, and zeal. All of them have different skill sets / effects. That's cool. That sounds so biblical. I love. So cool. But also so scary. Oh my gosh. Final boss. Oh. Final bosses are spooky. Oh my gosh. Especially when they're like, God, I really want to fight a god. I really want to fight a god in D&D. Give it to me. I'm excited. The last campaign we almost had to fight an avatar of the Demon Prince of Undeath. But we managed to stop him from being summoned in the first place, so we didn't have to. But that was the fact that that was a possibility is like, I kind of wish he failed. Kind of wish he could have. It would have been cool. Around the end of the session, our android, we don't know it yet, Magus, saw that Maka has trouble sleeping, so he woke up the rogue / character so that she can check out what's wrong. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's small. Just okay, let's get the cream in. Little gradients and stuff. I don't want it to be that dark. I don't want it to be that dark. Quick. Fix it. Yeah. I'm just, so waiting with bated breath to hear what happens in all of these different sessions. I love when everyone gets to play. I love when everyone gets to play and gets to come back and we all spill. We all spill at once. It's really fun. So often I feel like I'm the only one spilling. I'm saving my spilling for the end. Once everyone's gotten theirs out. This is the first time anyone from the party had seen Marco without armor, so our elf saw all the scars on his body, including the ones under the scales that never fully healed. Oh, bless. The stacks of penance from before turn into corruption. If the save is failed, you get the final curse effect, which you have 3 chances to make a save against that before you lose yourself. Oh, that's so spooky. Oh my god. And bros in a there's a bro in a force cage. We're fighting the sun. One of us is in a force cage. This is spooky. I wonder if I wrote anything else for Dove's backstory. Actually gonna look at her outfit. Ooh, I'm quite excited for outfit actually. Eee! It's getting closer. It's getting closer and closer. Oh my god, they had 12 siblings. I thought they only had 9. No, they don't really have much of a... In part of the Great Travelling Fae Circus, they fell out of the Feywild, as you do. Feywild can never really keep hold of people. Unless their name is Athos Rosarius, in which case the Feywild will never spit you back out. My poor tiefling boy. Poor tiefling boy trapped in the Feywild. Oh dear, poor guy. Has to sit around drinking wine all day in the Feywild. That's terrible, and he'll never age or anything. Never get old, and he'll be beautiful and young forever and look really cool because he's like a Fey tiefling. So he's like a really extreme version of a tiefling. Oh no. I love Dove, they look so cute. Yeah, me too. Thank you, Dark Shadow. Excited for art fight, need to update a lot of my refs. Yeah, so true. That's why I'm it's not why I decided to do another paper doll for Senno, but it helps. It's nice to have it done like well ahead of time, because I'll have a nice updated set of Senno references for art fight, and I really hope a lot of people draw her. She got quite a lot of love last year as well. Let me see. I gotta compare now. I'm just on art fight now. Just on art fight. Okay. I got 7 attacks for Dove last year. Bless. Let me see how many Senna got. I think she got quite a lot actually. Senno got 14 attacks. My baby. Oh, and she got a plushie attack. Oh, so cute, so cute. Ugh. I hope one day I get to see that plushie because it'd be so cool. I think... I don't know who got the most attacks, actually. I've forgotten. It might be Athos. It might be Clarabelle. No, Clarabelle... Athos got 7. Who got the most? Maybe it was Senno. Clarabelle got 8. I think Senno did get the most, you know? As she deserves. As she fully deserves. Zephyr got a couple. He didn't actually get as many as I expected him to get last year. I'm excited for this year though. Just excited to see who gets the most. It'd probably be Senna again. I hope it is Senna again. Because she's my baby! But I might hopefully have some other references ready to go. That'd be nice. I saw that something was moving on his back, and with over 20 medicine and society roles, she was the first to find out that Mac is growing wings. Next session, I'll be ready to have that lore drop. Yes! Oh, good thing I finished that commission. Ooh. It's gonna look so cool. It'll be so cool. Two people who are really having an issue with the final curse are our werewolf and Elias. And Elias's effect is essentially making him fade away from everyone's memories. It plays on worst fears. Oh my god. In order to clear final curse, you have to clear your corruption stages first, and then you need a greater restoration. So not impossible, but very difficult. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Gosh, your session sounds so stressful, Laura. But in like a really fun way. Like, oh my gosh, so stressful. I would be stressed. Get the little... From now on, until the wings grow out, I have to do some saving throws, help from the party, or Mecca won't have a good night's rest. I signed up for it and I'm excited to fail those. Yes! And now I love that sort of thing. Part of Senna lycanthropy is that she has to hunt for like a beast or humanoid, like hunt and kill a beast or humanoid, like medium or larger, every 7 days and eat them. Otherwise she'll stop gaining the benefits of a long rest. She won't get exhausted or anything, but she will, like, she won't regain any spell slots or hit points or anything like that. So it's like, ooh. So I have to really keep on top of that and like plan ahead if we're gonna go on any long underground adventures. Or being in the city. Super fun. Like we are currently. I always imagine it to be a bit like Jennifer's body. When Jennifer has when Jennifer has not eaten a boy in a while and she gets a bit like tired and gross, and then after she comes back from eating a boy she looks really glowy and amazing. She looks really good. That's how I imagine it is for Senna. I feel like she just looks a bit run down when she hasn't eaten in a while. She's got to do that soon actually, but not yet. Got other things to do. But super fun. Oh, my DM has a plan like that for Reese's drugs. Oh, and LMAO, he's working out a homebrew drug that has effects like the drugs in Fallout. Oh my god, that's so fun. I love to give myself a handicap, you know. It's really fun. Like, I'm a big fan of, for whatever reason, my character not resting through the night and taking a level of exhaustion the next day. Like after the first heist, when Senna discovered that her clan were about to be, there was like plans in the works for her clan to be wiped out, she wasn't sleeping after that. She wasn't gonna sleep after that. I wouldn't be able to sleep after that level of exhaustion. Yeah. I had a stint like that last campaign as well with Zafir. When he discovered that he had a phylactery, a lich's phylactery inside of him, just hidden. Hidden inside his organs. You know how it is. He couldn't really sleep well until it was out. So he just constantly had like a level or 2 levels of exhaustion. But it was okay, that was all like during downtime anyway, so it didn't really matter, but just fun. Era, being very distressed about her brother disappearing in front of her, grabs his hand and will not let him go. She let him go once without knowing. She refuses to let it happen again. Oh! Their friendship necklace is coming clutch as a memory anchor. I perhaps almost cried there. Oh my god. No, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. Because my boy's addicted, I have to keep track of when I last took them and what side effects would be. Real. Yeah, I have that with Senna. I have to keep track of, like, I'm the one who's keeping track of the moon cycles and also how long it's been since she last went hunting. Ugh. You know, it's fun. It's fun, and I get to suddenly pull out like, oh, Senna didn't get any rest. Or, oh, Senna's gonna turn into a webbat. See? Let's get little... I love the little caps of Dove's sleeves. I like that they look like tulips. I did that on purpose and I just think it's so cute. I think maybe if it needs to be a little bit warmer, actually. Me. Ooh, blue. Just want to be a little bit, I don't know. Just play with it a little bit. Turn it down. Whoa. No, more like something like that, maybe. What's the difference? Oh yeah, big difference. Would you believe it if I told you no one died in this encounter? That's crazy. I can believe it though. I can believe it. Some shit like that happens all the time, I think. There are definitely some points where... There are definitely some combats where I would be like, holy shit, someone should have died there and didn't. But then there are other combats where like there was no reason for so many people to die. It's just the most innocuous stuff when people die. Next session with the Soul Knife Rogue, I'll be playing one of the enemies in the arena fight. Since my rogue is watching and betting money, I'll also have created a character for their final encounter. Ooh! Fun! For Merca, I have to keep track on all the rules he has to follow that the goddess Sarenrae gives to her champions and clerics. Spoke with the DM and punishment will show through the unhealed scars. Oh. Oh. Religion. I love it. I love it. I love where my characters are the pawns of gods. I think it's because in a way I am the god and they are my pawns. A little golden rapier. Ooh. I love swords. I love swords, I love armor. I just think they're so pretty. This one especially is very pretty. During Dove's session, she would she would take any opportunity to swallow her sword, because you know that's her thing, and the people around her would be like, "Oh my god, please don't." She's very. Is this a scenario that requires sword swallowing? No. I'm gonna do it anyway, just in case. Just in case. I've done the sword like so wibbly. Just ignore that. I'll fix it later. It's like so wobbly. But it's okay. Do some little... like some little pearls in there. Like, that's so cute, you know? Me just clean up some of these lines a little bit. Okay, let's zoom out. Ooh! Okay. I feel like there's definitely missing like a little bit of depth still, I think. But that's mostly because she's so pale. But like she does fit in, I would say. Just fit in. Get back in. Add a little bit more. Oh no! My brush! My brush is gone! No! Give it back. There we go. It's fine, it's fine. Just gonna give like a little like under boob shading, I think. And then some like in the little collar. I love the little collar. The collar's so cute. And her little poofy shorts. Even though you can't see them, they're just really cute. She's just a really strong character design, I think. Is a way. Like I think I could have turned her in as an assignment at uni back in the day, and I would have got some good marks for it. She could be in a game. She's recognizable. Love. I'm sure I could have summarized this combat better, but there was so much happening during it, and I'm pretty sure I was genuinely so stressed I almost threw up. Well, that's always a good sign. Love that. You know. You'd have to see that. No, it's so real though. You don't want any characters to die. You don't want. And it's like it's the last session as well, so if people die, like that's like it, you know? It could be a bad ending for the world, you know? That's stress. But it seems like it's all worked out, probably, for the best in the end. If no one died. That's what you can really ask for. In Pathfinder, goddesses Desna, Shelyn, and Seren Ray are in a polyamorous relationship, so I put in some details to the time he was ambushed by bounty hunters that led to him becoming champion. they're poly, so that's why. That's why I'm champion. Love it. Just put like a little bit. A little bit more shading. I love the eyelashes. It's so anthropomorphic design, but it's like in a cute way. A little. Okay. Let's zoom out again. How are we looking? I think she looks good. Do you guys think she fits in? I think she fits in. Because as long as they all look a similar amount of rendered, is the thing. That's the most difficult thing about this, is trying to make sure they all look the same level of rendered. Because they're also, I've done them over so many different weeks, and some of them I want to render like really hard, and others. So I think Ethereal looks the most shiny. I love the way her rendering came out, and then some of the others like a little bit less so. You know, as long as they all look good together. I think doves have to do with a little bit extra. But I reckon we'll probably come back and do like a sort of final look through, final pass over everyone when we get to the point of starting to do finishing touches, you know? So if anyone looks like they're not fitting in, we'll just you know, fix that towards the end. I think for now I look pretty good. A little bit more getting under here. I can maybe shade that bit. Yeah. A little bit more depth in the collar. Ooh, I think actually, yeah. A little shadow for how far her little snout comes out. Yes! Well, yeah, shockingly, the whole team got happy endings despite everything that happened, or we expected something to go amiss. Yay! That's so nice. Dove would definitely look great as a bard, though. Oh, for sure, for sure. I think that was part of the fun. The fun of designing her, like, knowing that knowing that they look like the perfect bard, and then turning around and being a monk is hilarious. Just being like, oh, you're expecting me to play something? Nah. Watch me punch. I love it. That's what Nerov should have been. There was something so endearing to me about a character that just punches shit. I love it. I love it so much. I'm definitely, for my next character in a campaign, playing a monk. Like, I think my backup character for Senno might be a monk. It kind of depends. because it also might potentially do a bard. Because I think we'll need another high charisma character. Not that Senno is a high charisma character, but if Senno dies, there's a high chance that Bran would just leave the party. So we'd lose them both. So it'd kind of be the ideal time to bring in a bard, but I really want to play someone that punches shit again, because it's always just so fun to me. I just love the idea of being in D&D and facing off against this, like, a creature beyond human comprehension or something like that, and just punching it. So good. It gets me every time. I love it. The snoot. Yes! Okay. I am about ready to call Dove done, I think. Kind of, I'm, you know what, like, I'm happy with how they look currently. I think they look good with everyone else. Oh my gosh, so cute. I'm really excited with how all this is coming together. Okay. I want to spin the wheel. We've got like another 50 minutes. Let's spin the wheel. I'll spin the wheel. I'll discuss whoever we're drawing next. Vaguely. And then I will explain how Senna's birthday session went and the fallout with her the fallout about her little rendezvous with William. Oh my gosh. Right. Wheel time. We've only got 5 more characters to choose from. I really hope it's not, like, I really hope that we don't get a campaign character. It would be really cool to end it on a campaign character. But we'll see. We'll see who we get. Oh! Marilistra! Marilistra. Oh my gosh, I really thought that was going to be Zaf then. I feel it's starting to seem, the longer this goes on, the more it seems like Zaf is going to be the last character that we do, and I feel like that's just so on point. I'm kind of hoping that's the case. But Marilistra is this girly pop right here. She is my Echo Knight fighter, and she is the daughter of Auntie Lalarola in the lore. Me? This is my hag daughter. She's a Hexblood. And she was created by her 5 hag mothers. She has 5 of them, which is kind of unheard of for so many hags to be part of a coven. They usually cap things off at 3, but she has 5 in a coven. They have some big plans, and they created her, crafted her from the branches of a willow tree nearby, and gave her life and flesh, and made her a Hexblood. Or, you know, she was a baby and they stole her. Who's to say? They ate her and puked her back up, you know, as hags do. They created her because Monorato, who is an Anis hag, she is a diviner, and she divined that one of the hags was going to die, although she could not tell who. And so they worked together and they created Marilistra as a future replacement for whichever hag was going to die. But obviously the hags are all very... The coven is a bit all up in arms because who's it going to be? Who's going to die? Why are they going to die? Is one of the other hags going to kill them? You know, in a bunch of hags, it's like kind of hard to trust each other. So, that is why she was created, Marilistra. She lived with her hag mothers her entire life, and she was brought out for a one-shot because her mothers sent her to retrieve a magical weapon, and that was literally it. She was just out for a one-shot, and she came back for another one-shot because we played another one-shot where the prompt was to play someone that you've played before as well. So I brought back Marilistra for that one as well. And she, in that second session, she got to fight Godred's mummy. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice when all things come back together? We got to fight the terrible lich mummy, and things did not go particularly well. We didn't even end up sort of killing her. She kind of ran away, but we did kill Godred's father figure and one of his brothers, which was great, really fun. Took a lot off his plate. It's good. It's a good time. Marilistra is the only fighter I've ever played. I don't think any of my characters are even multi-classed into fighter. She's the only fighter. She's level 14. She's an Echo Knight. I love Echo Knight. It is my favorite of the fighter subclasses for sure. And I think she is also my strongest character. I have to double check. She might also have the lowest charisma, but I think Senno might actually have her beat with that one. Let me check her. Oh, she's level 15 Echo Knight fighter. Background: the Hermit. She's 6'2". Love. And she has a strength of 19 and a charisma of 8. So she has just beat Senno by 1. She's just slightly more charismatic than Senno. Which is so funny. Reminds me of my Dragonborn monk that had an insane passive insight and perception of 22 and an inventory of 23 daggers. Yes! And they carry around some random shit. Not that daggers are random shit, but you know, like a nice collection of stuff. When we got around to epilogues, the Casper siblings, rightfully so, decided to dip and leave the country to follow their nice sister and dad. They moved to a weirdly modern sci-fi nation. Dear Lady and Forest Boy rocking up to some low-key modern place with their weird goopy dog. Amazing. Individually, Elias decided to be Feywild Border Patrol, Feylost halfway house kind of guy, helping out others stolen and misplaced by the Fey because he didn't have help when he escaped. Good man. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet and nice. Let me see. What else about Meryl? Oh, that's so cute. I had a list of things that Marilistra has never done because she had lived in her swamp home with her hag mothers her whole life, and she'd never really met other people. So she'd never seen a man before she left. It's her first time ever meeting a man. Was her first one shot. She'd never gotten drunk She'd used hallucinatory mushrooms and peyote though. She's never used money. She's never celebrated a birthday. She's never had friends. Never been in a bathhouse, brothel, tavern, or other public place. Never done anything romantic, and never seen any race common to the Empire, which is so fun. She'd only seen the weird Sea of Ashes races, because that is where she is from. So Dragonborns and the various beast folk and Shadow Kai and things like that. Meryl is modeled to be... She's modeled to look like a Shadow Kai. So she's a slightly different kind of elf to the other elves, but she's not even technically an elf. She's a hexblood. You know how it is. I hope I'll get to bring back my Soul Knife Rogue character again, this time though as a full Celestial Warlock. Yes, that'd be so cool! Era had to figure out what kind of person she wanted to be now that there are no expectations on her. My exact words were, I think she gets back into music. I fully intended it as just a nice little hobby that reminded her of her childhood. Oh my god, is Era becoming a pop star? That's great. I love it. I love it. Pop star Era is so funny. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything really else to say about Meryl in particular. I'll probably have more to say about her next week, potentially. But oh my gosh, I've got to share with you guys what happened with Senno. So you guys remember, if you were here, last week I explained how Senno Mirren, let's look at her. Senno Mirren got to have a little fade to black with William. Let me pull him across, just in case you forgot what he looks like. This is him, William. And so when we left off, they had just finished their little like it was like the next morning is where we picked up. And first thing that happens, Brannigan comes over to Senno's house and he's like banging on the door because she never locks her door, not for him, and it was locked. And he was like hooting and hollering outside like a cat who's been denied access to a bedroom. He's like, let me in, let me in. And so Senno lets him in and he's like, oh my gosh, happy birthday, I've got your gifts, blah blah blah. And then and he's like, why was the door locked, oh my gosh. And then William comes out and he looks at, and Bran looks at William, and William looks at Bran, and William is fully nude. Just fully nude. And Bran goes, what are you doing here? And William's like, what are you doing here? And Bran's like, I live here. In this apartment, I live here. And for a moment, Bran is very confused. He's like, what is even going on? Why is he here? Why is he naked? And then William's like, hey, Senno, do you know where my small clothes are? Like, I can't find them. And she's like, oh, they're just over here. And then it clicks. And Bran's like, ew, what the hell? Why would you do that? You've got such bad taste. Like, go. He's ugly. You said you didn't find him hot. And so it's like, what? It, like, he asked, okay? Like, is that a crime? And he's like, no, it's not a crime to hook up with a random person. A crime of taste, maybe. And it's just... And then, you know, it was a bit like I don't know, Bran was being a bit, I say judgy, But like a little bit judgy, where he's kind of just like, I wouldn't have personally gone for William, like, you. And also, Seno did in the past say, and I quote, he's okay, upon being shown a picture of William by Grim. And so he's like, oh, but what about Grimhilda? You know, they have this like thing going on. And Seno's like, what about her? It's just a love spell, you know. He can't consent to a love spell he doesn't know about. You know, it's like, this is a moot point. And he's like, yeah, okay, I guess. And then he asks, so how did this even sort of come about? Why did you guys end up, like, how did this discussion go? Like, what the hell? How did this even happen? And someone's like, oh, well, he just like asked me. But you know, we like spoke about the veil first. We spoke about my home first. And Bran was like, his face just dropped. He's like, you spoke to William about the veil, but not me? And I was like, don't do this to me. And they had a fight. Brannigan and Seno had an argument. They had a little fight. And he was so upset. And like, I can't get over it. No, not the besties. I know, over a man, over a boy, over a stinky, smelly boy. Are you kidding me? No, Mom and Dad had a fight. I know. Oh my gosh. They had a little spat, and it wasn't even like, it was about William. It was about the fact that she like hooked up with this guy, but it wasn't because of William. It was because Seno had trusted William with knowledge about the veil. She told him about the veil, just like a little bit in passing, but she doesn't really share much about her home. And Bran was upset that she hadn't shared any of that with him, but she would share that with Will. And it's like, oh my gosh. What the heck? And it was just so sad. I think it was just, ugh. Like, I don't think anyone realized in that moment that Bran cared to hear about Seno's homeland before that moment. And then it was like, well, he was like, oh, you would tell William about the veil but not me. And Seno said, well, you never ask. And then it just got really awkward and quiet. And then he was just like, I think we need to get ready. And he just left. I was like, oh. She didn't even get her presents in the morning. And then, because she was so sad already, she had woken up sad because she missed her home and she wanted to go home, and she was sad on her birthday because she was homesick. She just broke down into tears. But she has this thing where she can't cry in front of people. She hasn't cried in front of anyone in over 10 years. So she ran away. She like locked herself in the bathroom, and William then had to spend the next like 10 minutes trying to coax her out of the bathroom, like through the door, while she was refusing to admit that she was crying, and while she was refusing to go to this meeting that we had in the morning, because we had a meeting planned for this like bank heist they're going on. There was like an inside person who we needed to speak to get the intel for it. No, our girl. I know, it was so sad. It's so sad. But honestly, so real. If anyone's cried on their birthday, like, it does feel like a a biblical experience to cry on your birthday. It just has to happen at least once in your life. And then following that terrible fight, so sad, we will meet up. We'll meet up downstairs to go to the meeting, and Seno has a -2 to her deception, so she is not able to hide the fact that she's just been sobbing her eyes out because her eyes are all puffy, and the others are like, have you been crying? And she's like, no, I think I'm allergic to the dog or something, like leave me alone. So then we get the intel from Miss Thing, from Miss Heist Girly Pop, and we decide that we're going to do the heist this night, tonight, because it's the equivalent of a Sunday, and therefore it's going to be like a quiet night. Perfect timing. So you know, now Seno's doing a bank heist on her birthday, which is very on brand for her. I think she'd actually quite enjoy that. And then the party are like, oh, what do you want to do for your birthday? And Seno's like, I just really want to smash shit up. Like, I just want to break a bunch of shit. Is that okay? Can we do that? Is that something we can do? And again, very on brand. And Iva, of all people, like, you know, they've not gotten on very well, Iva and Seno, up until now. And Iva's like, well, I have this cabin nearby, like this tiny little cabin that I've been living in nearby, and Iva plans out and sets up like a surprise rage room birthday party for Seno. Seno has to go back to her place to recast Find Familiar, to switch Frumos's form back into a bird because he was a beetle for a while. And so Iva like gets some people to stay behind. Well, at first she tries to get Bran to stay behind, and Brannigan's like, I don't think I should be the one to stay behind and try and stall her, because we had a bit of a fight, and everyone in the fight was like, what? You guys had a fight? What the hell? And then of course they start calling him out for fighting with Seno on her birthday, because that's so uncool, bro. Like, any other day, dude. You can't just come over to a girl's house and start shitting on her toast on her birthday. Like, come on. So in the end, Sylvanas the Druid ended up staying behind along with Perrin, our dwarven friend Perrin, and they ended up stalling Seno in a really funny way, where they ended up drinking a mystery potion. I'm sure the consequences of that will not... I'm sure there'll be no consequences for that, actually. I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be fine. And then we go to the cabin. It was lovely cabin, and they've set up this whole wonderful little like rage room. There's all of these barrels set up outside, and like the equivalent of like a TV. It's like a wooden crate, like a wooden crate with like a glass pane strung up from a from a rope on a tree, and like loads of plates and stuff. And Seno goes to start smashing things with a sledgehammer, and Perrin is like, no, if you're gonna start breaking stuff, you gotta break it properly. Use my hammer. And he let Seno use his warhammer, his dwarven warhammer, that he said only himself and his missing father have ever wielded. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's so sweet. I might sob. I might sob. They have a wonderful little party, wonderful little birthday. Smash a bunch of shit up. It's really, really cute. Am I late? Did I miss it? Hi, Jack. Oh, well, I just discussed, well, I finished Dove. I'm working on Marilistra now, and I am just discussing Senno's birthday party. Already discussed how Bran and Senno had a terrible fight, and it was really sad. Mum and Dad were fighting again. Hello. But yeah, really cute. Perrin let Senno use his hammer. Oh my gosh, just like that really took, that really got to me. I thought it was so sweet. Like, only his dad and himself have ever wielded it, and he let her use it for smashing shit on her birthday. It's just so sweet. A lot of the other party members got involved in like the breaking of stuff, which I think they needed because a lot of the other party members had discovered some really horrible things recently and were in a bit of a mood. We're in a bit of a terrible mood. So that was really nice. Got some like catharticism coming out. And then they bring out Iva and Quinlan had gone so far as to get Senna Mirren a cake for her birthday, and Senna had never seen a cake before. And she was like, what is this strange dessert? And they had to be like, it's a cake. Oh, it's a birthday cake. Get a grip. And he was saying that usually people have cake on their birthday and there's like a song that goes with it and stuff like that. It was just very sweet. And it was cake was soaked in honey, and honey is actually one of Senno's favorite treats, which I don't think anyone even knew, but just amazing that they managed to guess. They managed to hit the nail on the head with that one, without her even saying that she loved honey. Just iconic. Like super dense, sticky, honey-soaked cake. Just so cute. Everyone sang a birthday song in their own culture, language, like all at once, overlapping, and it was horrible. And then we all shared some cake. And then there came the gifts. And Senna had been speaking about these blessings that she used to get, because her clan don't do gifts. She didn't even know what a gift was before this day. She'd get blessings, and Bran comes over to her and he's like, do you still want your gifts? And she's like, do you still want to give them to me? And he's like, do you still want them? And it's just so cute. Oh, it's so sad. And he gives her these blessings, and they're these it's like he's got like a ribbon, like a strip of cloth that matches the scarf that he wears all the time, and there's like a fang on the end, and he's inscribed it with sylvan runes, and he says a blessing of the Fae Trickster, which is just himself. It's so cute. He's like, may you be blessed with the superior knowledge of kissing and the ultimate humor and the sexiest bod, as only the Fae Trickster can provide. And then he also did one for a goddess from his home country as well, called the Triple Goddess. And that was on a black cord. And it, if we look back at my little drawing, she's wearing them as necklaces. And when she's not wearing them as necklaces, she's got them in her hair. she's like weaved them into her hair as braids. And it's just so cute. It's so freaking cute. So yeah. And he also gave her like a little homemade scroll of a spell, the charm person spell, which is like his, that's like his thing. He does charm person all the time. And also a little drawing of her. It was so cute. And they had a hug, and Senna almost cried happy tears. After crying so many sad tears on her birthday, she almost cried happy tears. But she can't cry in front of people, so she didn't. She just almost did. And they had a little hug, and he was like, "I'm sorry about this morning," and she's like, "I'm sorry too." And that's crazy for her to say, because A, like, she kind of didn't do anything wrong, and B, she never apologizes. They're like, why is she apologizing? Go. I mean, I know why she apologized. It's a very different reason. And it was just so cute. And then he was like, "Oh my god, you apologized, you apologized. You said sorry." And she was like, "No, I didn't. Shut up. Get away from me." So yeah, very cute, very sweet. They made up, guys. It's okay. They made up the same day. It's so fine. They can't stay mad at each other. Just a crazy pull for Bran to get mad at her on her birthday anyway, just saying. And then Senna got a gift from Eva, and it was crazy thoughtful. It was this beautiful hairpin in the shape of a branch, and it was made of glass, and it was Senna's favorite color, which is like this like super crimson red that Dove's got on, and it also has like a secret like glass needle dagger in it as well. So honestly, a triple threat, crazy. I think Senna's very taken aback by how well Eva knows her, despite the fact that they don't really hang out, and Senna has been under the impression that Eva does not like her very much or anything. And they had a moment where like at first Eva was quite awkwardly, let me grab Eva actually real quick, because I feel like I don't show her off very often. Just so you guys can see who I'm talking about. This is Eva. She's an Oni Goliath, which is like a homebrew subspecies of Goliath. Super cool paladin beast, absolute beast. She's jacked. And she very awkwardly was like showing her how to put it in, and then she ended up like putting in the hairpin for her, like very carefully, like winding up her hair. Super, like the sexual tension's like off the charts. Amazing, beautiful, wow, so gorgeous. Yeah, and then they had a hug. They hugged for the first time. Senna hugged Perrin and Eva for the first time in that session. Very cute. And although Senna was quite weird about the hug with Eva, like she was a bit awkward, on Eva's side it was very normal. So they clearly have a very different perception of their their relationship. So Eva's been so thoughtful for Senna's birthday. It's actually crazy. Especially when her bestie is fighting with her in the morning, like, come on. I'm just ragging on Bran. His gifts are very sweet, and they did you know, they did make up, so it's all fine. But yeah, and then the party ended, and we went back to the apartments, ready to sort of prepare and relax before we go on our bank heist later. So fun. And Senna was left a note from William after the awkward way that they left things off that morning. was like, oh, come to mine later, I'll explain myself. So she did. And he opens things up. He opens up the conversation by saying, hey, last night was really, really good. Are you in love with me? Are you in love with me? And so I was like, wow, that is quite, you were coming across quite strong there, my friend. This is, I think we're on a different page. Why are you asking me that? And he was like, no, it's good, it's fine. No, I'm glad that you're not in love with me. Because actually, ever since 7 years ago, when Grimhilda was 13, as we've all seen from the animatic, when she was born at a very young age of 13, I stopped feeling love. Any love, or any joy, any passion for anything. It all just disappeared. And it's like, oh my god. Okay. So William, for 7 years, has been cursed or enchanted to not love anything or anyone. It wasn't just romantic love. He was in the woods when it happened. He was walking with his girlfriend at the time. He was only a teenager. He was only like 15 or so when this happened to him. He was walking with his little girlfriend at the time in the woods, and then he just blacked out. He passed out on the floor. And when he woke up, he didn't love her anymore. And he was like, what the hell? And then he went home and he looked at his father and he didn't love his father anymore. And he went to the grave of his mother, who had died when he was 12, and he felt nothing. No grief. He didn't miss her. He didn't love her. Felt nothing towards her. He went to hang out with his friends who he knew should be like brothers to him, and they too, it's just nothing. He couldn't stand them. Didn't like them. There was just nothing. He lost the love for his country and his faith. He lost any passion for any of his hobbies. Nothing. Just all gone. All joy and happiness and love and light from his life just gone from the age of 15. And so he when we met him, he was trying to find his friend who was part of a support group for those addicted to certain substances. And he was one of those people as well. That's why they met. And he had gotten addicted to those substances because he was trying to feel something, anything, hopefully positive, and it didn't even work. He just had the most miserable time. And Senna's like, there's no way this can be real. But 7 years ago, she knows that her friend Grimhilda cast a love spell on a prince, a handsome prince that she had read in like a fairy tale. It was like this, it was just a character in a book, and she had drawn a picture of him from this description, and he was the spitting image of William. And she had shown this picture to Senna earlier, and she'd shown it to the rest of the party later on after we met William. And Senna's like, oh, there's no way that this is real. There's no way that this is a real spell that really occurred. She was only 13 when she cast the spell. There's no way. But, you know, I'm a woman of science. I have to check it out. So she takes William upstairs and she cast Identify on him. Not before William reveals that he did, in fact, actually hear everything that Bran said about him this morning, and it was really awkward. He's like, yeah, I have fucking ears. I have ears, bro. I know that the rest of the party don't like me, and you're like the only person who's nice to me here. So please help me. And Sansa's like, it's fine. She takes him upstairs and casts Identify on him, ritually using her little ritual circle. It's very beautiful, and quite horrifying. Her eye splits. Her iris like splits in half. It's quite cool. And she sees this aura of pink around William. Shimmery aura, and it is the strongest magic she has ever seen with her own 2 eyes. A 9th level spell. 9th level spell on this guy, and she has no idea what this spell actually is. She knows it's quite complex. She knows it's very powerful and very strange. And she's like, oh my god, it's real. It's actually real. This love spell is real. Holy shit. Holy shit. So she looks at William and she's like, William, I have something to tell you. And I would have told you sooner if I thought that this was actually real, but I didn't. But now that I know that it is real, you deserve to know. And then she was like, actually, you know what? She can tell you herself. And so she drags William by the hand to Grimhilda's apartment. She knocks on the door. She doesn't even knock on the door, she just bursts in while Grimhilda's hanging out and singing and having a nice time. And she grabs Grimhilda and she takes him to the bedroom and she's like, girl, you have to tell William about this love spell that you cast right now. And if you don't, I'm gonna tell him. But I'm just giving you the courtesy of being the one to tell him. And so Grimhilda tells William about the love spell that she cast. And she's so obtuse about it. It's actually incredible. She's like so manipulative. She's so gaslight gatekeep girl bossing it. She's just like, oh well, I didn't really cast it like on you, and you know, I didn't really cast it. A spell was cast. Not on you, on this prince from my fairy story. You know, it's just like fairy tale character. It was just, you know, it wasn't you and it wasn't me. And William's like, spells need targets though, don't they? And then we're talking about the fairy tale and things like that, and she's like, I drew this from the description of my book and things like that. And he's like, oh, handsome prince archetype, right? Well, my name is not William Southport. My name is Victor Rowven. Prince Victor Rowven. He's a fucking prince, dude. He's a prince. He's a prince who can't feel love. What the fuck? So Senna fucked a prince. What the hell? Like, do we have to start calling him Victor now? What the fuck? And that's where we ended it. Whoa. Actually so cute. What the fuck? Of all the things that I was expecting to have like a William reveal about, him being a prince is not one of them. Oh my gosh. So now it's kind of like, also fun fact is that a Prince Victor Rowven is being credited as leading the efforts personally in the Vale to, you know, like destroy the civilizations that live there. So that's also really fun for Sano, and we literally just ended like on that reveal, So we're gonna have to pick up exactly where we left off, and Senna, of course, immediately is going to ask, what the hell? Oh god! So yeah, the love spell is real. The love spell is real, and William is a prince. So fun! This is tea. Yeah, I know. Depending on what actually is going on with this whole prince thing, like, William's only ally in this party might start to hate him. It really depends on whether this whole personally leading efforts in the Vale thing is true or not, or if it really is, if it's him, or I suspect it's an imposter, because William, or should I say Victor, said that he's an only child, and also he sort of like fell out with his dad shortly after losing the ability to love or feel joy. It's crazy. So I just think it's a really cool way of it's just really, really cool way of making a love spell sort of fight back, you know, monkey's paw effect on a love spell. Like, because I think the spell in particular was kind of like a make sure that he doesn't love anyone but me sort of thing. Like, oh, make him mine. And he can like never leave or whatever. Like, I want this guy to love me and only me sort of thing. And this spell took that so literally. Like, and and the funniest thing about it is that the only person that might be exempt from this spell, because of the way that the spell was created, he fucking hates. Because they've never had a normal conversation, and this is definitely, like, this isn't gonna help, is it? He said that he's not gonna kill Grimhilda. I would, if it was me. Oh my god, if this happened to me, if I was a 15-year-old kid and I suddenly had the ability to love just taken from me, from this random girl who doesn't even know me, and just casting spells willy-nilly, like, who gave her the right to cast a love spell to begin with? What the hell? You know, just what the hell? I would be pissed. I would try and kill her. But I don't know, maybe he's just a better man than me. But bro, poor child, poor William. I know. I feel it makes sense as to why he's such a fucking asshole. He has been a bit of an asshole the whole time we've known him. But again, like, the rest of the party give as good as they get, and vice versa. So, you know, there's like a mutual insulting vibe that happens, as much as Brannigan tries to claim that it isn't. So yeah, I wonder if that's gonna make Bran change his tune about this morning after judging her so harshly for sleeping with William, and now he turns out to be a prince. I just feel so bad for the guy. Like, that's such a horrible way to live, bro. Oh my god. So yeah, that was the last session, and now we have to do a heist. We have to round that up, and now we have to do a heist. So cool. So fun. I love D&D, you guys. Just so geeked about that. He's going to be a girl banging royalty. Yes! Like, get it, honestly. So proud of her. For real. She just knew. She knew that William was someone that she should be nice to. She just felt it in her soul. And she'll get to reap the benefits for it, for sure. Like, maybe she can just swipe William out from Grimhilda's nose, who knows? And then when he inevitably is put on the throne, and he inevitably gets to be a prince again because we fix all the issues for him, and we like fix everything, and he gets to be royalty again, then Senna gets to be queen. And that's what she deserves. She deserves no less than to be queen. She has to be queen, or she has to be God. Or she has to be the greatest wizard of all time. I suppose she'll settle for any of those. She just deserves the best, okay? William could give that to her, I'm sure. But I have a feeling now that we all know the truth about the love spell and whatever, like Grimhilda is gonna be like, oh, he's mine. You know, she's gonna start making her moves on him. But again, like personally, if I was William, I would never ever develop any sort of feelings for this woman who's like cursed me to live a loveless life. I'd just be too mad at her. And I'd also not be able to tell. I think just the fact that you wouldn't be able to tell whether it or not it's real because of this whole spell thing hanging over the heads would be like, especially if there's any feelings that develop before the spell is over, and it's kind of like, oh, like how do you know? I'd kind of like, obviously it's kind of set up for them to end up together in a sort of like Geralt of Rivia and Yennefer sort of way, and Geralt and Yen from The Witcher with the djinn and everything. Like it's kind of set up for them to still like to end up together, but I think it'd just be so cool if they didn't. Not because I want, like, not because of Senna or anything like that, because honestly, like, I say she deserves to be a queen and whatever, it'd be cool if she like got in with Will. I don't really see them together. I mean, maybe, who knows? But it's more of just a case of like subverting expectations. I think it'd just be cool if they didn't, and they just became really good friends. Or maybe not. Maybe just hates her forever. Because I sure as hell would. I know that she was just a kid when she did it, and she's stupid. And that's why that all happened, but like... Bro, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. Women with priorities. Got a similar thing with Maka. A lot of the party's upset that he ignored advances from a kitsune bard, so he can't wait to tell them the reason why he acts that way. He just doesn't remember yet. Ooh, that's always fun. Defying fate. Yeah. I just think I think it's a cool subversion of expectations. Drama mama. Excellent presence on Fran's part. I think he smashed out of the park. He did. It was very cute. I think I missed Eleonora's message. I had to figure out what kind of person she wanted to be now that there are no expectations on her. My exact words are, I think she gets back into music. However, it was what it was turned into was the DM had me make a performance check of Roller 27, and now yes, she is a world-renowned famous singer now. Elamir. Unexpected outcome, but I'm still delighted. That's amazing. That's so funny. God, she's a pop star. I would never have seen that for her, but I love it. That's so cute. It's such a fun little epilogue. Oh my gosh. And now it's almost time. It's almost time to say goodbye. Oh no! Wrong layer. Look at Meryl. She's so pretty. I know all my girls are so pretty. I do. I have a soft spot in my heart for Meryl and Talia. They're like, they have equal and opposite energy. They're my martial girlies. They're really good at fighting. Meryl's got a big glaive. Talia's got a big evil sword. They're just, and they're so cunties. They're so cunty. I love them so much. And yeah, I love my girly girls. I really want to bring them both back. I really want to bring Meryl back. But she's level 15, so I'd probably have to de-level her for whatever we did. Talia, Merylistra, and Senna Merrin. are definitely my besties, my best girls. No technical difficulties this time. I know! Amazing, isn't it? I think what the problem was is that my memory, like my CPU, was getting absolutely destroyed by the size of this canvas. I've actually shrunk down the size of the canvas a little bit. So Photoshop isn't taking up quite as much space, quite as much memory, and I've not had any issues since, which is really good, really nice. So I think that was actually the issue. Yeah. Okay. This is where we're up to. This is where we're up to on our piece. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Oh my gosh, I'm getting really excited. It's slowly filling out. It's looking so good, man. Thank you. Oh, glaives definitely add star points. They do. Glaives are my favorite polearm. Only 4 characters left. I know. There's actually such a good chance that I'll be able to end it on a campaign character, because I still have 2 campaign characters to go. But also there's the chance that we'll end up finishing on Kat, which would just be so funny because she is just the most random girl ever. I made her in an hour before a one-shot, like stupid one-shot, and she's such a stupid character and she's got like no lore. So I would be a really anticlimactic way of finishing. I think the best case scenario is that we end on Zaf. But we've got some absolute bangers lined up. Clarabelle, Athos, and Zafir. Bangers, all 3 of them. As long as we don't get Kat last, I think we're good. I want to end on Clarabelle. Give me mother. Auntie, your art is always so amazing. Thank you. So sweet. I want to do art like this with all my characters, but I have way too many characters. Yeah, I mean, I thought like 15's quite a lot. 15's quite a lot. But you know, most of them I've only played for 1 session. And it, you know, that doesn't include Blight. Blight's not here, which is really sad. Big up my boy Blight. Let's bring Blight to the stage because I want to show him off. Blight's on Art Fight. My boy. R.I.P. King. You'll be in the next one. Love you, King. He's just a spirit in a ring. I love him. I love him. Pop a cobweb in the corner for Blight. Yeah, he's got this little window up here. It's gonna have a little neon spider in it for him. So he'll get to go there. And then these 2 windows, I have yet to decide who should go in them. Because I've got Blight up here, my NPC, and I was thinking I could do romances potentially, or like important people. But I've only got 2 of these windows. I got 3 options to choose from, and I know I got options. So I could do Athos and Tamriel. I could do a little something for Tamriel. Let me get Tamriel up, just so everyone can see my Fae wife, my Fae husband. This is Athos. He's gonna be this little guy down here, and this is Tamriel, his husband. Snow half elf, but he looks crazy cool because he's been living in the Feywild, and the Feywild does crazy shit to people. So I could do that. I could do him, but obviously Godred is here as well, and Godred's living with Aramis. He's got a son. I could put the son up there, like, And then I also have this side. I've got Senna and I've got Zaf. Kind of feels like I should put Goza up there. Kind of feel like I should put Goza up there. So I could do, like, because they're gonna get married, you know. So I could do Tamriel and Goza, but I feel like Aramis deserves to be in here somewhere. But he's not my character, so I don't know. Ew, not Goza. If Goza has no hate, Jack is dead. Don't shit on Goza. Goza's so fit. Yes, halfway Aramis. Maybe you could do like a puddle of water or something for because he's a water boy. Oog. One of the players picked up drawing as well, and she's doing pretty well, so I'm excited for more party art. Yes! It's so fun. I love D&D. I love drawing D&D. Yeah. For the puddle of water. Yeah, I like the puddle of water. I think it's funny. You just have like a little puddle of water between Godred and Zaf, because, you know, Aramis is right in there. Right in between them. It feels like I should have the husbands in here, but then it's like, you know, I feel like that's shitting on Godred having a son. You know, there's a lot going on. And like, what's Senna gonna do when she's got a romance? When she's got 53 romances? Because you know she's got so many. She's got so many. Pet Brannon for Senna. Yeah. I mean, none of the romances for Senna are gonna be as important to her as her friendship with Bran. They could double whammy it. They could just get married. They could just get married, and then it would just be a double whammy. Then he'd officially get to go in there. But you know, we'll get to that. We'll get to that point. We'll get to that point later, I guess. I could also just have like the trio, and leave Blight out. But I can't leave Blight out. That's my boy. That's my boy right there. So anyway, I've been rambling long enough. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful Friday. I always have so much fun hanging out here with you guys. Honestly, I look forward to it more and more every week. It's just wonderful. I love hearing about your sessions, and I love talking about my own. So thank you so much, Dark Shadow, as always, Jack, Eleonora, Daro, Waffles, and anyone else who has popped in or been lurking. It's been really fun to hang out with you. Thanks for the rambles. Thank you. Yes. Also, thank you so much for 800 subscribers. What the fuck? Last week I was like, oh my gosh, yay, 600 subscribers, and now we're on 800. Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. You know, next up is gonna be 1,000 for sure. Always fun to hang out. Love the weekly rambles. Yes, everyone have such a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves, play some D&D, and I will see you guys next Friday. Huge big 800. Yeah. Okay, bye guys. Bye.